Highland out here, and today we'll be reviewing Studio Series Rise of the Beasts Optimus Primal. And just let me say, this figure is amazing. Besides, like the one joint on this figure that's not as tight as the others, it's perfect in just about every way. It looks good, poses good, etc., etc., etc. Whatever else hasn't been said already about this figure. But anyways, yeah, and yes, I know I've been out for a while, but I have kind of mentioned it in my community posts, which I have already kind of deleted. So, yeah. Anyways, let's get into the review. When it comes to articulation, the head can move up that far, down this far, and can move this much. Like, it is kind of inhibited due to all the stuff kind of around the head. So I do understand it, and it's perfectly fine. The shoulder pads can move all the way out like this to help kind of maximize the just about completely universal shoulders this figure has. It can do a full 360 bicep, just about 90 degree bend, if not a bit more. And you can bend it back, mainly for the monkey mode. The arms do also have a backwards butterfly, again, mainly for monkey mode. He does have a wrist swivel, and the fingers can move, at least to some extent. So yeah. The loose joint I mentioned was the right shoulder here. It is slightly more loose. I do find it annoying because I am that kind of person. Anyways, he does have a waist swivel, a pretty good split. Legs can kick out that far, kick back that far, mainly because of this kind of bub piece back here. He does have a slight thigh swivel. Knee bend, that is just over 90, but you can kind of treat it for more. It does look weird though. And he does have a pretty posable foot. With a decent toe up, increased more by this, mainly for monkey mode, and a decent toe down. And yeah, as said, besides the loose left shoulder, this figure is pretty good. When it comes to accessories, he is relatively loaded. With his two iconic swords, you can combine them. Like a Darth Maul styled a double-edged sword. You can plug them in here on the back here with these two tabs and kind of recreate how it is with primal figures with the swords going on the back. You can do that. You can also plug them in here to the hips and kind of do like those hip sheathing sword things you see in anime, and kind of have him do that. Also, he does come with Optimus's axe, which currently I am using for the mainline figure. I will review that eventually. But anyways, he does also... Actually, no. The axe can also peg in here to the side. Similarly with the swords. Hey, good. A weapon storage. But I can't tap into the back, though, like with the swords. Sucks. The swords do come with this chain piece. It can be split in two if it's going to split. I know people use this for Battle Trap's mace, but I don't have that figure, so too bad for me. The way it's made is with like every other joint here, so you can really pose this this thing whatever way you want. It doesn't matter. And he also does come with the transwarp key, which can be split. Make sure to not lose these because they are tiny, but boy are they shiny. Why did that rhyme? Yeah. Anyway, actually no. You can also, of course, attach the chains onto both swords to help kind of make some cooler poses with these swords. But when it comes to size comparisons, here is Primal by Scorponok. Here he is by fellow Maximal Air Razor. Here he is by Mainline Cheetor. Here he is by a good old Rhinox. And here he is by the only other Primal figure I do have, Kingdom Primal. And I'll say, I do obviously, well, it's obvious, I see these similarities with the head, of course, the shoulder pads, kind of, the arm guards, also kind of, same with the legs, to some extent. But yeah, let's get into the monkey mode. And here we have the monkey mode. And I'll say, the transformation is both quite similar and quite different to the kingdom figure. But it's still fun, you know? It's interesting. The way how literally the entire monkey torso just folds up and around from what would be the back of the robot mode is just so smart, you know? Aware instead of having just the chest of the robot mode form the monkey mode chest, it's the back that forms the monkey mode chest, you know? It's smart. Anyways, when it comes to our articulation, a head is pretty expressive. Can look up that far, down that much. Just about free swivel there. Mouth can open, just like the movie. Pretty cool. The arms have the exact same articulation as shown before. And yes, these are kind of new hands. It's not the robot mode hands. But they also have the exact same articulation as the robot mode hands. So, yeah. The legs are the only thing different here, where he can kind of kick out that far. He can kick back that far. And he has no waist swivel. That's actually... like, he can also do the splits. That's about all you get from the legs. And that's about it for articulation. Like, you can put him down on all fours, like you can with the kingdom, but I like to sometimes keep him in standing mode, for simplicity's sake, especially for the video. But yeah, when it comes to accessories, he can hold the swords, he can hold the axe, he can hold the transwarp key. Chains still work as normal. The swords can still go on the back, and they can still be pegged in on the thigh right over here. So yeah, when it comes to size comparison, here he is with Scorponok, whose spine he did tear off. Here he is with Razor, who he did kind of suffocate to death. Here he is with the kitty cat. Here he is with the other Primal, who you can see there's a big difference in how they look. And here he is by Rhinox. And yeah, that's a Studio Series Primal. good figure. It does admittedly have its flaws, mainly with the joints, but otherwise it's pretty good. I would recommend anyone who can find this figure and be able to purchase it to get it, of course. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video.